Transformers 5, The Last Night. You either love it or you hate it. I'm kidding, this is probably the worst movie I've watched in the last 10 years, and I'm including Morbius on that. The CGI is under par for a Transformers movie. I mean, it's still good on its own, but Transformers-wise, it's dumb. The plot is dumb. Nemesis Prime was handled horribly. And don't even get me started on the plot holes. Like, what do you mean B was in World War II? I thought the U.S. military hadn't known about Cybertronians until like 2007 in the events of the first movie. I mean, unless B was like a Nazi or something, but I'm getting off topic here. The Last Night may be rough, but one character carries the entire movie, in my personal opinion.
Literally, why do you have to be like that? Oh, she's very difficult.
Oh my gosh, I love Hot Rod in this movie. I mean, he was just awesome. But I have 3 of his most known figures for this character, and I wanted to look at which one is the best. By the way, I got this idea from that toy guy where he did the exact same thing with Lockdown, so make sure to go sub to him. Now, for a while, we really didn't have a good figure of this guy because his original toy was not great. Which brings us to the first figure, the Mainline Deluxe. He's interesting. The only thing that truly screams Bayverse Hot Rod about this guy is the head and the color scheme. It honestly looks and feels like a 2014 Lockdown figure. I don't think it's bad, but it's not good. The proportions are... yeah, I think you can just tell by looking. Sculpting isn't too crazy. I mean, the legs look decent, but the rest is kind of meh. Accuracy is kind of thrown out the window, and y'all are probably saying, of course, it's an old toy. Of course it's not going to look perfect. And like, yeah, I agree. Like, look at some of the figures from 2011. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But the Studio Series line came out like less than a year later. And I bought mine off eBay, so it didn't come with a gun, and I don't even know if the actual figure has one. But articulation is not great. The thing that really triggers me about this guy is the fact that when you move the elbow even a little bit, and no matter what direction, it untabs this little wheel thingy here, and it has no effect on the figure, but it just really annoys me anyways. There's no wrist swivel, and there's a lot of other points that just aren't there or just aren't great. The Lambo mode looks actually pretty nice. I was kind of surprised. It's spot on and is this toy's best mode, which is not very common. Overall, I think this was a decent first attempt at the design, judging by the kind of engineering that was there in probably 2016 when this figure was being developed. So, I have to give them credit. Good figure overall? No. But it was their first try, so some credit must be given. I'm gonna give it a B-. Alright, next up on our good old price scale, we bump up about $15 to the Studio Series Hot Rod. Now this guy is, honestly, one of my favorite Studio Series figures, top 5 to be honest. I remember I wanted this guy so badly, but this is when his aftermarket prices were kind of expensive, and I remember I just randomly found him at Target like 2 years after he came out for some random reason. But anyways, the level of progression here from the mainline is insane. You remember, the mainline came out in 2017, this guy came out in like 2021 or 2022, and he looks like millions of miles better. That's like if you took the 2007 Voyager Optimus and compared it to the MPM-4, and that's like if it came out 2 years later. But yeah, this guy is nearly perfect, especially compared to his World War II one, which we had to use our hot rod for years, which was a rough 5 years, guys. Details, paint, perfect. Kibble management, nearly perfect. Honestly, almost flawless. Sculpting is pretty basic, but at the same time, this guy was also always pretty sleek and smooth in the movie. Accessories are a little low for a Studio Series figure, but honestly, from how good this guy looks, you can't complain because this guy is a deluxe. So, and honestly, now that I think about it, I don't really know what else they would include, like maybe like a French flag or something. I don't know.
I hate the accent, but I can get rid of it. I'm stuck with the accent.
Vehicle mode is amazing. The only problem here is the transformation has very little clearance, and I've low-key been very scared about breaking the clear plastic on this guy because I still have PTSD from Mirage. He stacks up very nicely against the rest of the Autobots, at least what we've gotten from the late Bayverse Autobots, so come on, Hasbro. Anyways, this guy is a very easy test here. Right, like I said, top 5 Studio Series, honestly, there's not much wrong about him besides the clearance issues, and the wheels and the arms are a little bit annoying. So yeah, S tier. Alright, now finally we have the newest addition to my collection, the DX9 Lahire. Absolutely beautiful figure. Somehow for cheaper than the average normal Hasbro Leader class figure, but he's amazing in almost every way. He literally looks identical to the CGI model and is painted perfectly. He's got this really nice shiny black on him that really makes him stand out in my collection. Tons of metallic silver covering him. The orange is also a really good touch for just adding that splash of color to contrast the black, which I think is done way better than the Studio Series in my personal opinion. Sculpting is also beautiful. Again, like I said, with the Studio Series, it's fairly minimal just due to the nature of the design, but when there is sculpting, it's literally looking like a Greek statue, because it's literally just old. It's literally just perfect. Kibble is just like non-existent. I guess you could say the wheels and the arms are there, but those are literally just in the CGI model. They're just covered. Proportions are literally perfect. I also think this figure does way better in the chest area than the Studio Series, but it's not. It's pretty close. Articulation is also pretty good. I think it's a little lackluster just from the fact that it's an NPM style figure. It's good overall, but just for an NPM style figure, you'd expect a little bit more. The accessory count is great. He comes with the Stop the Time gun, another gun, this one has a removable mag, a mini Vivian figure, and a blast effect. Now, before we go to the vehicle mode, let's talk about the problems, because unfortunately I actually have quite a few. The arms do the Marvel Legends thing where they kind of just like sit out and they can't go down all the way. Not a lot likes to stay tabbed in either. I'm mostly talking about the torso area. There's a little bit in other places, but it's not as bad. If you ever move the legs up, you untab this thing, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be a fake ab crunch, and when you try and put that back, you usually tend to unpeg the top. So it gets pretty freaking annoying. The last thing is, this isn't the figure's fault, it's kind of mine, but he just doesn't scale with my collection of MPM style figures. But that's because literally all three of them are upscaled, and then this guy's just, there. But get into Lambo mode, it is literally perfect. It looks like a model car. The doors open, the spoiler comes up, and there's like an actual seat to put the baby in. And it also just looks the part. Everything kind of just fits in. The panel lines are not as visible as the average Transformer since it's a black car. Overall, it's a great figure. I love it. I usually regret these third-party figures in the slightest way, but not this one. I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I think the Studio Series is a little bit better. It's really not by a lot though. I just like how if I want to transform this guy, it takes forever, but the Studio Series, give me like 2 minutes. Now, I don't think this thing personally tanks the rating at all with the Studio Series. Alright, I'm still going to give this guy a solid A++. If there's a rating right before S tier, I'd give it to him. So there you have it. These are the 3 most popular Hot Rod figures. And I think they're all good in their own way. Actually, on second thought, the main line ain't got much going for it.
No, not you, Seamus. Ah, poo.
But now here's the answer for the question y'all came here for. Which one's the best? And it honestly comes down to personal and financial preference. If you're willing to spend a little extra cheddar for the better figure, just do it. But if you want a good-looking Hot Rod in your collection, get the Studio Series. But anyways, that's going to be all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see me do another video like this, make sure to leave a comment because I will absolutely do it. If you like what you see, make sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss out on the next video. But as always guys, have a great day and I will see you guys soon. Peace out.